Dear USA, all nations and 7.9 plus billions of humans, I hope we are all on the same page on this regard that I'm providing very, very crucial, very, very important civil justice. Sign up for myself and some multitasking is the wisdom. With that said, I'll quickly read through the civil justice. State of Wisconsin Department of Children and Families of USA must pay retirement salary package to Vethapriya PROSE at least tax-free $1 million to Vethapriya PROSE and direct deposit to my bank account in next 1 second is civil justice served as in Holy Bible guidelines only, and it is finance compensation for fatal negligent Department of Children Families of USA provided finance loss damage, poverty mandate disability, finance disability mandate, then career path destruction mandate, and scars on my face to be unemployed disability mandate. Then, the state of Wisconsin Department of Children and Families of USA must pay tax-free $500 billion for provided damages to Vethapriya PROSE with wrongful broken DCF operations as per Vatican Code of Abuse Law mandate. And United States of America must pay tax-free $1,500,000 trillion to my bank account in next 1 second for USA provided with fatal negligence wrongful public sectors of USA as per Vatican Code of Abuse Law. Then, at fault and found guilty in all counts of crime of deadliest humane wild endangered species Vatican Jesuits crime of Department of Children and Families Welfare of USA is, as of March 23rd, 2021 civil justices, how can Department of Children Families of United States of America provided welfare economy improvement process since 1935. It is my understanding it's only in the year of 1935 they started the Department of Children and Families. So how on the earth Department of Children and Families of State of Wisconsin provided welfare economy improvement process, the CARES Act process, the Coronavirus Act process since 1935? When Antichrist Pope Francis provided deadliest Swiss Army nuclear weapons, toxic lethal drugs, and war crimes worldwide. So now we all got it. The COVID-19 is nothing but the national benefits for the year of 2019. Got it? They call in the insurance as coverages. So that is what this COVID-19 is all about. Department of Children Families, they provided the deadliest scandal. But how the Dr. Fauci and Dr. Brinks, in a cunning way, created the masking. I'm not going to leave them alone. No, USA must pay me $2 trillion. That is moving forward. They will not dare to create that kind of a damages, isn't it? And how cunning way they provided that masking. I don't know about my peers. My blood is super boiling on that part. The COVID-19 is nothing but Department of Children Families. They provide the welfare for the poverty and underprivileged population. Okay, are you getting it? Okay. So then it's a government aided operations. Okay, so that means they are funded by the government only. Okay, and they pick and choose whichever bank they want to provide the finance assistance. So they chose US Bank. US Bank is one of the vendors to provide all the finance assistance. So that means whenever a civilian is very poor or getting a salary less than $20,000 per year, then he or she will walk. Like how we all walk to the retail, I explained, like that I will explain to you. So the civilian who is very poverty mode, getting $20,000 per year mode, he will walk, like, walk, like that walk. And then he will knock on the door of Department of Children and Families. And he will say, see, I'm only getting $20,000 and I'm not even able to pay the tax. Please help me. They will say, get out. Why? In order for them to provide the finance assistance to the civilians who are asking for the help, their first thing will ask us, did you pay tax? And with $20,000, how on the earth the civilian can even pay for tax? If he is going to pay tax, 15%, 5% state tax, 10% federal tax out of the $20,000, How can he provide his family and children, or even if he's a single or she is a single? How can he use that minimum dollar for to get the grocery, which is very costly because cost of living is increasing? And how can he or she can pay for rental or utility or internet, for clothing, footwear, schooling, vehicle? These are all basic essentials. But then how the Department of Children Families, they have the CARES Act division. And the CARES Act division is only called as a coverage 19. And how can they did not see, instead of providing that masking scam, they could have at least sat and educated that COVID-19, hey population, do not be afraid. This COVID-19 is nothing but coverages of 2019. And Department of Health Services provided deadliest crime on that part, because the entire USA operations operates only with that chart only. And we, the doctors, made an extreme mistake. It's a national crime we provided. Please don't become freaked out. There is a solution people are working on. At least they could have said that. They never said that, because if they're going to say that, you all know what would happen, right? The CNN anchor would have fried Dr. Fauci and Dr. Brinks on that very moment. They would not even waited for President Trump to fry them in ashes. All this scandal is going, and President Trump does not have any clue, because that's a shield provided between President Trump and all the government operations. Be it Department of Justice, that's a shield. Got it? And banking sectors, that's a shield. So presidents are only puppets. They are just puppets in the hands of the Pope Francis. At least my blood is super boiling, because at least if President Joe Biden, if not president today, he was a vice president, he was lawmaker, at least being a Democrat, he says he's a fanatic Democrat. He could have fixed it at least, right? Okay, we all got it that even the Democrat population are also puppets to the Pope Francis. But at least he could have provided that step to talk, to provide the fixation. He never did that, right? So that is why he got the curse. He cannot escape. Right? If President Trump says he don't know what is coverage 19, he's innocent. Absolutely. He's an innocent. Versus, do you think President Joe Biden can say that he don't know what is coverage 2019? It's called as economy improvement operations. And then there will be single women or single pregnant women, right? The teen moms. Then they will go, they'll walk, and they will knock at the door of the Department of Children Families and say, see, I'm a single mom. See, I'm a teen mom. I have to live the basic essentials. Please provide me. I am unemployed. Then this Department of Children Families will say, okay, you're unemployed. Then, how about we get you a job for you? And then they will not even pay the money. They will say they will figure out the job for them, to get the training for them. It's all scandal and a scandal, because they have to pay the tax anyways. So they will tear down single moms in pieces. They will, what the Department of Children and Families having a very fancy names, right? So what they will do, first thing is they have to tear down the single moms in pieces. Oh, are they cannibals? You figure out the answer for you. Are Department of Children and Families cannibals, the man-eaters? The first thing they will do is just tear down single moms in pieces. And they will say, okay, we will figure out a job for you. Then there's another division for that. And they will say, oh, is it so? Okay. We'll also even provide you nice insurance, you see. It's called as a Medicaid, Medicare, where you can be still unemployed and you can still get a lot of free stuff. Oh, that is so cool, like that. So one thing, when they are saying they are going to improve the economy process for the population, they are not doing that. And they are saying even if it is for 5 years, if they are people, civilian is a continuous job, then even if he is in a pauper mode, can be at least in a stable mode. If not in a middle class or upper middle class mode, at least he can just take care of his basic things mode. If he or she is in a continuous 5 years of an employment mode. But they will not even do that also. They will say, okay, we'll hire you, they will take them, and next day they'll fire them. But the CEOs, they have the legal division, the department, the CEOs, the legal division, they all will do all whatnot of a crap. There's a prostitution organizations, right? They'll be married and they'll have different sex at the workplace, free sex. What not of a crap, isn't it? Flirting with the people, I'm talking about regardless of the ethnicity. When it is flirting, when it's free sex, it's a sex, right? It does not even matter whether you're an American, whether you're African, whether you're South American or Central American, whether you're a Canadian, whether you're European, whether you're an Indian, whether you're a Chinese, free sex is a sex. Right? So they are okay with that kind of a crap that's going on in the Department of Welfare Services organizations. But they will not dare enough to provide healthy processing for the homeless, for the refugees, like that. So even the single moms also torn in pieces. Okay, then the unemployment will not provide any help. So unemployment also will run, walk, and knock on the Department of Children and Families. Hey, please, I'm unemployed. Oh, is it so? Are you unemployed? Whatever. You became unemployed to get the benefits, isn't it? I know. Like that they will talk. As if their dollars is theirs, they will talk like that. They will not say it out loud, but they will behave like that. And then, as if tearing down the single moms is not enough, they will tear down the unemployment population in pieces. In pieces. Oh, okay, you became unemployed. Then, how did you become unemployed? Was it your fault? Or was it their fault? What is the reason? Please provide reason. If it is your fault, sorry, we cannot give you any benefits. If it is your fault, also we cannot give you any benefits. Anyways, even if finally if the unemployment decided to give you any financial whatever, be it $1 or a $200 or $1,000, you have to pay 5% state of Wisconsin tax and 10% federal tax. So tell me, out of the unemployed is running. He or she must be running because, he has to pay for the rent. He has to pay for the internet. He has to pay for the insurance. The brain will go in blank out mode, right? With that emotional trauma only, that unemployment will be running on the road. Because he cannot even have gasoline cost to spend for the vehicle. So he'll be running on the road, knock on the DCF and ask, please help me, can you help? And they will provide all this kind of a crap. And instead of providing the finance, they will mandate the people to wait forever, like a dogs. Like, the Nancy Pelosi and Schumer, they all treating humans as dogs only, right? We are working on the stimulus package. Sorry, we are still talking. We are still working on the signing of the stimulus package. But, the Republicans, GOP, Mitch McConnell is saying, no, we don't know what to do. We are breaking over it. We are still working. stimulus is right on the way. It is on its way. Help is there. The sweet talks. Then they'll say, see, Mitch McConnell is okay. But then the Democrat, GOP, Schumer, right? He is saying, no, what to do? Okay, all these people are saying okay, but then the Republican Senate, from state of Wisconsin is saying no, and state of Mississippi is saying okay, and state of New York is saying pending, and state of Missouri is saying hold on, like that. Oh, we don't know what to do, our heads is breaking, like that. Then again, the Nancy Pelosi will say, the speaker will say, see, okay, we try to manage with a bipartisan from the Republican to get Senate to be okay. But then, the Democrat Senate from state of New York or state of California, they are saying, no. Oh, we don't know what to do. One side that's bipartisan word, sweetest word, but we cannot even use that word. That became so prostitution, you see, like that. So this is the government part. They'll be keeping on telling that. The Senate will say we are working on the stimulus, they will not send. And the GOP will say we are working on the Senate, they will not send. And House of Representatives will say they are working on the stimulus package, they will not send it. No. So this is how they will tear even the unemployment people also. This Department of Children Families, the prostitution organization. Then what will happen? Civilians will become cancer, so cancer patient, right? Being breast cancer or ovarian cancer or lung cancer, or any of the internal or skin cancer or hair cancer, whatever. So they will have to pay their bills. I already said for chemotherapy, everything, the billing will be $50,000 at least. And one side they are unemployed, one side they are cancer, and other side they have to pay the bills. Otherwise the doctors will kill them, right? They will send it to the collections agency and they'll just kill them, the cancer patients. So cancer patients also will run, walk, run, walk, even when the civilian is undergoing through chemotherapy, or when all the hairs are gone, becoming bald, and taking the cancer medication, will be walking on the road, running on the road. Where? When he or she is a cancer patient living with 7.9 plus billions of humans and 5% of educated humans called fancy society only, nobody will help. But the cancer patient, he or she will be running on the road, and then go knock on the door of DCF, Department of Children Family, the fancy organization, right? Oh, no. Just now we tore the single moms in pieces, one side. We enjoyed that. And then we also tore down all the unemployment population as well for sadistic happiness. Oh, that's good. And oh my gosh, are you cancer patient? Oh no. Oh, are you cancer patient? Oh my. Okay, how many tax did you pay to the USA? So, please do not laugh. I'm talking about the deadliest crime that is going on. This crime has been going on since 1935, means even that was during that 1918 plague, the patterns of abuse, and then the World War II, the Holocaust abuse. And then during that time only, some few good men in that generation era, they could not tolerate how much of Africans getting tortured in the United States of America. So they just started the 1935, in the year of 1935. And 1945 only, our hero, Germany leader, the innocent man, the definition of innocent man, Hitler, died. So from 1935, means 2000 is how many years? 65 years. Then 2000 to 2021, to 80 years almost. Almost we are close to 100 years, roughly. How much of help they provided? Nothing, zero, isn't it? But it was started to eradicate poverty only. Now can you all see, now can you all get educated why it is God chose me to work on poverty-free earth end of the year 2030 volunteer project, and how God helped me to decode everything, and how even in every workplace, wherever a workplace, it's all God's timing, God's labor for me to work on those organizations, and how they laid me half and they threw acid on my face, right? So they tear even the cancer patients also. Okay, let's leave all the cancer patients on side. Then there are birth defects people, the special needs people, right? Down syndrome people, or autism people, right? Or special speech therapy needed children people, like that. So even they will not have any money to use for the gasoline. So they will also run, walk, run, lifting their special needs children on their shoulders, on their head. If they are having one child, they'll still have to lift. If they're going to have 10 children or 100 children, they still have to lift all the children on their head and the shoulders and still run, walk on the road. And then, with all that sweat of the blood and the emotional torture and trauma, they will still they will lose their energy, isn't it? They'll have to lift all their children. If they're having 100 children, they have to lift 100 children. If they're having one child, they'll also have to lift that. So it's either between one child, between 100 child, or no child, whatever it is. When it's coming to the birth defects, it's a birth defects, disability, lifetime scars, right? So they still have to run. How much and how many cars and how many trucks and how many people will be going on the highway road. So they will not have money. So they will run on the highway road. They'll have to pass that. Then they have to go to the local neighborhood roads. And they'll pass. And then by the time they reach on the door of the DCF, if it is end of the day, they have to come back again, running back to home. Next day, they again have to run to the same DCF, like that. And one fine day, if they are able to reach out to the DCF people, see, we are having birth defects. Please, can you help? Oh, birth defects? That's coolest. Just now we tore unemployment population in pieces. Just now our DCF are very famous in tearing down teen moms in pieces. We are expert in that. Okay, we did that. Then, cancer patients also, we are allowed to tear all the cancer patients, you see. Now it is birth defect population. You're in the right place. You're all in the good hands. So that you'll be torn again. This is what, they will not say this. But the way they behave, this is how they behave. As if the dollars that belongs to them. And then they will tear down all the birth defects population one by one. Okay. Then there are lesbians and gays and transgenders who are not like that. It's not their fault. They get discriminated in the workplace. They get mocked. They get bullied. In the team meeting, they will get mocked on, right? Indirect way. Not in a direct way, but indirect way. They will throw the arrows directly to them. But it will not be known. It's an indirect way of attacking people, right? So again, these LGBT, the lesbians, the gays, and the transgenders population, thinking that they are reaching to a safest place, they will run, and walk. They'll also, even in a very innocent way, they'll also use that flag, the LGBT flag, as if as if the Department of Children and Families is going to help them. How innocent they are, isn't it? So they'll lift that flag and they'll be very proud and they'll be running on the road. Walk, run. And they will knock on the door. DCF. Oh, your name sounds so cool. Department of Families and Children. And also welfare for humanity. Oh, that is so heavenly. See, but we are lesbians and we are gays and we are transgenders. What to do? Our transgenders means chromosomal disorders, you see. It comes under the classification of birth defects, but it's a lifetime scars. And gays and lesbians means We are normal people. We are any normal people like anybody in the earth. But then we just do not like to have sex with the um, the sexual attraction is not it is there's a malfunction in that part, and it's not our fault. All the society and Pope Francis, they will not say Pope Francis because I'm the only one who knows who created those. But I'm just telling the reality, the live reality. So they will say, this is how, please, 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 oh, are you all lesbians? Just now we were tearing down, what is it? Birth defect population in pieces, then unemployment population also in pieces, and then cancer patients also in pieces, and then single moms also in pieces. Now you all got to in the rightful place, right? That means what? Pope Francis created the lesbians, gays, transgenders with the Holocaust, war crimes kind of influence, right? Because the brain process can even get restrained. They'll get fear out of the men, out of the women, and out of that fear, they'll get restrained from themselves. They'll restrain, right? They will think they will be better off being with the same gender or single like that. So Pope Francis created that scam. So this innocent population never knows that scandal also. So they will still be telling, see, I'm lesbians, please help me, like that only, right? Or LGBTQ. See, I am gays, so please help me. See, I am transgender, please help me, please, please, please. They'll beg. They'll fall down on the legs of the Department of Children Families and they'll beg. Oh yeah, they have the legal justice teams as well, but they'll turn their back, saying that Pope Francis, the holy man, he also jumped from heaven, the Republica, and he's a very, very, very holy, the God and God of USA. Oh yeah, that man, like wearing the white burqa and wearing the cross, and also says always Rosary and Hail Mary and Lord's Prayer. Oh, he has his own church in Vatican too, and he's also having a palace. Oh yeah, that man, wears different cap, right? Like golden caps or grey color caps or purple caps like that. That man said LGBTQ is a sin. You see, it's a sin. Oh, sorry, you cannot understand sin, right? Oh, the sin is a word, they use it in Christianity because they are very God's children, Oh yeah, but public sectors and the national operations use a word for that called crime. Oh, it is super crime to be lesbian, gays, and transgenders. And polygamy too. Sorry, we cannot help you. Then those innocent people will be torn in pieces, right? That's another crime. Then the polygamy people will be there, That is also created by Pope Francis only. So, but the polygamy people will not, they don't know how they became polygamy. Right? They will say, see, in Hinduism, in Islam, in Judaism, in Zionism, it says polygamy is very, very good. That is how the generation and the reproduction and that many children can be produced. Oh, yes, and that's how the nations can also be created, you see. That is why we are polygamy. Please, please, please. They will also run. They will also run, sweat their blood, run on to the DCF to knock on the door to get the help, right? And they'll have to say all this. See, I'm a polygamy. I'm a man. That is why I'm a man. Oh, are you man? This is what these people say. Oh. Are you laughing? Or are you all shedding tears of blood? Hold on tight. Hold on tight. Okay? That's more crime. Deadliest crime is there. It's all on the queue. So then the DC will say, oh, are you mean for being a polygamy? Man. They'll mock. They will not say it out loud, but in the heart of heart, the way they behave, they'll mock. Polygamy means what? A man will have 1 or 100 wives, anywhere in between. Wives means that man will get married to that many ladies. How that man can handle is total according to the individual's thing. Then the ladies also will come. See, I'm a polygamy woman. I have this many husbands, you see. Are you women? Oh, wow. Oh, we also have a lot of women welfare services. Oh, then, but your polygamy, you see. Pope Francis, that God, the God of USA, that man wears that white burqa. Oh, yeah, he talks sweetest Christmas message sermon on the TV like that. Yeah. He says polygamy is a crime. Sorry, we cannot provide you any help. So they'll be torn. Then, Pope Francis only creates all the wars worldwide, isn't it? I proved it. Go refer my earlier sessions. I proved it. So Pope Francis only creates war in Syria, in Iraq, in Nigeria, in Hawaii, in Haiti, in Burma, in India, Sri Lanka, like that. Then they all become Vietnam, like that. And they all become refugees, isn't it? Slaves forever. So they don't know all this scandal that's all created. Then all they know is they are refugees. They can get excellent benefit. That's what the brain will think. They are called as Aslam, and they called as DACA, and they also called as a parole kind, and alien tag will be stamped on their services. So even they will run. Run when? When entire European immigrants who are after all the real slaves. The white-skinned European Americans are the real slaves, the true slaves after all, right? But they have that luxury of having that citizenship, right? So that is why they don't know any of these scandal. If they are the real citizens, then they would have known the truth of everything. Got it? So they think as if they only own the entire USA, America, and oh, are you refugee? Oh no. What on the earth is happening here? Like they'll curse those refugees. And then, without knowing that, United States of America only created the refugees. USA will go to Vietnam, create crap, make Vietnam poverty, and it'll come back. Then again it will go, it's every year, without creating war, the USA cannot sleep, you see. Then again next time, USA will go to Cambodia, and it will create poverty there and come back. And then again USA will go to Laos, and then it will create a war and create poverty there and come back. Then USA again will go to Myanmar, Burma, and create a havoc there and create poverty there and come back. Then the USA will go to Philippines, the Taiwan, the Thailand, the Hong Kong, whatnot, for the Asian nations, Korea, and they'll create all the poverty there and they'll come back. Then as if that is not enough, they'll also go to Iraq, Libya, Lebanon, Nigeria, African nations, and they will create more garbage there, and then they'll come back. But what is the patterns? Same USA was able to go to all the Asian nations and African nations and South American nations, made all them to be poverty. One, they say Pledge of Allegiance, they say what? One law for all, under one God, in the name of Republica, right? So that means, what should United States of America should have done? Now this is a question for you all. Okay, I want you all to work on that answer. I know the correct answer. So that means the same United States of America, Republican government and Democrat government must have signed war. Yeah, you heard me right, isn't it? War, like W-A-R, war. Yeah, that sweetest word, war. Where United States of America must have provided war in right in Italy, Vatican. That's one crime. How cool is this, isn't it? I'm signing the civil justice, $1,500 trillion. Then the same United States of America must have provided the war in Scotland, Ireland, Germany, France, Spain, Portuguese, Iceland, Norway, Denmark, Sweden, right? Finland, Greenland, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Amsterdam. Why they never provided wars there? Why always there is no war in those areas? Why always war in Iraq only? Why George W. Bush Jr. was marketing for that crime? He's a cursed one, right? He got this curse. He took the curse. This is how people will take their curse on themselves, right? Can you see how a true civil doctor can identify the crime and nail down on the true crime? So Pope Francis one side creates war. When war is created, USA will bomb. When the civilians are eating nice family food, USA will just like that provide the bomb right on that housing, right? And then the bomb drops from the roof and it will destroy the food also. So people will not be able to eat the food. They will be panicked. And out of the family members, 2 or 3 of them will die on the spot. And 2 of them will get legs amputated or eyes amputated. They'll be in a very middle class family only. They'll become pauper, homeless mode, beggars mode. With that mode, wherever they are, be it Africa, be it Burma, be it India, be it China, be it Sri Lanka, they'll be running, continent to continent running, I'm talking about, you know. They'll walk, run, but then you see, continents are not very close to each other. There are oceans. They will jump on the oceans, no matter what, right? Even in their amputated mode, they'll jump on the oceans. Rather than living in that deadliest, venomous, poisonous situation, they will see, okay, let's die in the, if at all we want to die, let's die in the oceans, and they jump in the oceans. When they're jumping in the oceans, they have to swim. If they know the swim, even if they know the swim, chances are very minimal for them to come to the other continent, right? That many hours they have to swim constantly. But what if people don't know to swim? They will die on that spot. So how many refugees die? And by the time 100 refugees are jumping in the oceans to come to the other place, as if thinking that they can be helped out, only one human, maybe 2, that's all, can reach the shore of a different continent. And when they are reaching the shore, they'll be so tired, isn't it? Even in the tired mode, they will still get up. Even in the amputated mode, they'll still get up. They'll run, walk, all the way to the Department of Children, Families and Welfare Services, and they'll knock at the door. And when they're knocking at the door, and when they see we are refugees, what on the earth the Department of Children Families will provide for an answer? Oh, shoot. Refugees? Oh my God. There you go. What to do? These dollars in DCF are all belonging to DCF only. Why these refugees are coming and asking for the dollars fine? Oh my gosh. Like that, they will curse. They will curse the refugees, not even aware of how much of turmoil those refugees people have been undergoing through. Right? And they'll still say, you know, Pope Francis, oh yeah, the Pope, the sweetest, the sounds sweetest name, the Pope, like Pope, oh yeah, he's from Italy, you know. Oh, Italy, you don't know where is Italy? Oh, it is a land of fashion, you know. All the fashion shows, everything is only in Italy always. All the entertainment population knows that. Oh, don't you all know that? Oh, okay, I forgot. We forgot. You're refugees, isn't it? Oh my God. Okay. Where are you from? Oh, see, there is a war in Myanmar. And we came all the way from Myanmar. See, there is a war in Iraq. We came all the way from Iraq. Is it so? Sorry. Pope Francis says it's a crime to be a refugee, you know. It's a very much a sin in the sight of God of USA Pope Francis to be a refugee. Oh, sadly you're a refugee. Sorry. So they'll tear them also in pieces. Are you laughing? Please do not laugh. It's not funny. Then there will be people who start their small business, self-employed, seasonal employed, farmers like that. Then the natural disasters like tsunami or the rain will come and destroy their entire farmlands, isn't it? And boom, from being finance stable mode, the farmers will become poorest. Then the farmers will have all their farmers' equipments, you see, like John Deere. They are the ones for farmers, agriculture. So they will not drive because they'll not have money to use for gasoline, isn't it? They'll still lift all the farm equipments, the farm animals, be it cows or chickens or goats or whatever, the camel or whatever. They'll run, walk on the road all the way to the DCF and they'll knock on the door. See, we are farmers, you know. Do you all know what is farmers? Then DCF, oh, we have never heard about that word called farmers. What is a farmer? They'll not say the sentence, but how they behave, the attitude, the behavioral pattern I'm talking about here, right? Because they think that dollars that's provided by DCF is theirs. It's not even theirs, right? So by the time when they say they have never heard about the word called farmers, that says it all. So the farmers' population also will be torn in pieces. Then the small employment, like the small business people. They will run and say, see, today we had nice restaurant, busy day, but then somebody came and shot in our restaurant and 10 people died, 10 people got amputated and 10 people got emotional trauma, and I am the owner of that small business. I became beggar. Please, Department of Children Families. Please, can you provide some kind of a finance aid, please? Oh, are you a small business? That's not a good word here in Department of Children Families. Yeah, we have a nice fancy name called Children and Families Welfare, but this is not the place where small business people can even think of to come. Anyways, you came, so you're in good hands. Means what? Even they'll be torn in pieces. So they have to undergo the emotional torture. So, for example, if you're not able to understand the crime I'm talking about, Georgia shooting happened on a very high level is what? In the spa. So that means it's not a big corporation. It is a small business, right? So that means, I don't know, I heard, it's my understanding the owner died in that shooting. And she or the owner had 2 spa facility, and she or he was making money out of it and was living, and he or she was planning for a retirement. Now imagine the emotions. So cops will go there, they will seal that facility. Then all the 8 people will die, right? Those 8 people died is only one part of the crime, meaning emotional trauma. All the surviving family members have to have lifetime scars. That is that on site. Then the shooting person is also innocent only. Absolute innocent means that shooting person, after all. That is a wisdom. But that's not how the society will look at the shooter person. They will say, just hang him. Just provide a death penalty, because see how much of emotional that shooter created. But as a true civil doctor, I only educated what? That the shooting person is an innocent man, right? Because the brain does not work, right? The brain does not work correctly. Whenever a civilian don't know his or her actions is going to hurt fellow mankind, that is a disability right there. So who is at fault? It is the state of Georgia is at fault, after all. I will file a lawsuit to the state of Georgia, and I will seal and shut down the state of Georgia for fatal negligence. State of Georgia cannot even beg, cannot ask me to be merciful. I'll say, please shut down, go to the jail. I will get the job offer signed off and wait for my mercy, and I will provide the bailout process later. I know there's an innocence in state of Georgia, but civil justice judicial process have to be provided the rightful way, right? State of Georgia do not have any birthright to produce a foolish people at the first place. Then I will directly ask federal government of USA to be handcuffed and thrown on the jail again, right? Even the USA federal government do not have any birthright to create foolish people like that. So that means that handcuffed, or I don't know whether that shooter is living or handcuffed or whatever, even that patient, in my medical services eyes as a true civil doctor, he's a patient. Victims of abuse patient. It is because Pope Francis created that patient, isn't it? But then he'll be handcuffed and thrown on the jail. That's why the cops are expertised in USA, isn't it? They have to just look for are there any people like this, and they're just waiting for that moment to throw them in the jail. That's all they wanted. That's how they get salary for. Then the judges and lawyers scraps, they take it from there to tear down the people in the jail. Right? That is a separate crime. So then, as if this emotional is not enough, all family members, all the friends of that community, the neighborhood of that shooter, they'll also will be impacted, right? And I heard that news. I'm providing a life testimony, my dear fellow mankind here. It's not a joke here, okay? So I came to know about the news. The church disconnected the member for that person. Now, you all tell me who's really at fault here. It's a church, right? Only wises can understand that. Got it? So Billy Graham is a prostitute. Everything traces there. The church is a prostitute. The church is a prostitute is what's written in the Holy Bible. In my earlier sessions, I read it out loud, isn't it? So who creates all this crap? So this is a live example of small business operations when it gets wrong, fully in an injustice way, how people gets impacted. So that means it's not only those people, it's an exponential impact, right? The CNN news and the media, they have to provide that crap news. And they get paid for that. Always they say only that only. Not even one good news they have provided, the CNN or ABC or whatever, right? Shooting here, shooting there, killing here, killing there, like that only. Then, as if that is not important, all the household people, they will have their own family, stressful family feuds, family politics, and their billing budget, and they have to handle that stuff. Whatever crap they have to undergo through, worldwide it's the same. Then they want to sit and relax and they want to switch on the CNN news. Oh, there is a shooting in Georgia, 8 people died, and this people like this, that. Then even the population gets emotionally traumatized on that, right? Worldwide, it's the same. For some people having the soft heart, they cannot even move forward. It will disturb them in a very big way, right? So this is only then, so this is a very live example for your how the small business owners, the small business people, at the cost of how death and all these calamities, they have to live through their life for a survival mode only. At the end of the day, even if they're owning a restaurant or a rental property or whatever, end of the day they have to go back to their home and eat a healthy food with their family and children and laugh together and shed tears together, pray to God together, have a fellowship together, right? How abruptly when things happen, how everything changes forever. Some people can take it, some people have to die out of that emotional stress called depression. Doctors cannot help it, right? So, how when Pope Francis creates everything, even in that emotional trauma mode, even in that pain, exclusively pain mode, if at all there is survivors, let's say the small business owners are survivors in that shooting or whatever, they will still, what they will do, you all got it, they will run, walk on the road. When people are mocking at them, oh, you are very unlucky small business owner. See, you started the business. See how many people died on your facility. You are the unluckiest. Oh, whatever. And they will throw what not for accused words too. If they are women, they'll be torn in pieces. If they are men also, they'll be torn in pieces. Okay. Then they'll have to listen to that bullying, mocking, everything one side, and whatever emotional distress they had to undergo with that accidents or whatever that happened. Everything brain processing term is multitasking mode. They'll sweat their blood and they'll be running across the highways and the local roads and they'll go and knock on the door of DCF. Right? And as if you all got it, right? You all got it. Oh, just now we finished. We thought it's the end of the day. We thought we were finished destroying all the people's peace. Now you all came. Who are you all? What on the earth do you all want? They'll not say this, but they'll say it in their heart, cursing the people who want to ask for the help, isn't it? So these people, the small business owners people will knock on the door. DCF, do you know what happened? Today in our restaurant we were having nice food. There were a lot of busy people, like the Starbucks, like that. But then some shooting happened. 8 or 10 people died, and 10 people got amputated. And there were 10 cancer people, and 3 birth defects people, and 2 special needs children, and 3 aged retired people were there. I'm the owner. I'm the survivor. Please, please. I became pauper now. Please, please, can you help me? Oh, you have a big story here now. Whatever. Sorry. Pope Francis, the holy man who is a god of USA. He also says Rosary, Hail Mary, like that, and even Lord's Prayer too for a fancy stuff. Oh yeah, that man also wears that cross on and also the white burqa. That man says whoever providing small business operations are sinners, are criminals. And that too, you're saying there was an accident in your facility? Oh, that's not a good sign. Sorry. And they will tear even the small business population also. So small business population they have to run to the bank, get the loan and apply for a franchisee, right? Franchisee means Burger King, McDonald's, Subway, for a eatery franchise. Then there comes a fitness, right? The YMCA franchise, like that. And it goes in different varieties of franchises are there. So even they will be top. Did I leave anybody here? Yeah, you got it. There are some people there, population I left out, right? So those are who are the people? They are just only 1% of the people. Got it? That 1% of the people are the CEOs or the royals or the kings and the queens and the Senate and the GOP, the entertainment world, the middle class people, the upper middle class people, the lower middle class people, like that. So out of these, the Senate don't even have to step into the Department of Children, Families, Facilities. I already said. For them, a day-to-day expense can be in millions or thousands of dollars, like $50,000 per day expense can be for Senate or a GOP, like that. So they don't have to worry about it. Nancy Pelosi have to worry about is what kind of a clothing, what kind of a mask she can wear every single day for a TV show. Oprah has to worry about what kind of a clothing and what kind of a makeup she can wear for that particular interview to make it unique, right? They don't know how much of people are undergoing through, but they will talk sweet talk. Be it Oprah, be it entertainment actors and actresses, they all will talk sweetest talk. I heard that Queen Elizabeth II grandson got a job. I know you are all laughing, isn't it? This is the life proof how everything is a garbage. People who really wanted the job, they're not getting the job. People who are really talented, they won't get the job. The talented will be wasted. Their career will be destroyed on purpose, mandated, right? Age will be gone. Finance loss will be incurred. Now tell me, where on the earth the Department of Children Families will have its face? You all got it, how I nailed on the forehead of Department of Children Families, isn't it? Got it? When Pope Francis created Swiss Guard deadliest nuclear weapons, how on the earth Department of Children Families, yes, I'm not using Q's words when I can use the Q's words. It's right on the tip of my mouth, but I'm not working. I'm still working on, right? It's very hard, only with the God's given help. I already said, I'm the only one who can be offended, eligible to be offended, eligible to use the Q's words. What not? Now tell me where on the earth the Department of Children Families organization in all 50 states will have their face. Everything is a crap, isn't it? Everything, whatever they provided for welfare services is wrong. The CARES Act division is wrong. Now we all got it, right? I know the CARES Act division is wrong in the Department of Children Families. I know everything of DCF is wrong. I educated that only to the Department of Justice. And I filed lawsuit for $500 billion. They got freaked out. No matter what, today they have to pay the $500 billion. Let them curse me. Let them wish me death. At the cost of death, I signed the civil justice, isn't it? It's a multitasking. Means what? Then the foolish US government will realize what type of a crime Pope Francis provided and why on the earth this lady, Vethapriya, alone in whole entire planet, out of 7.9 plus billions of humans, out of 5% of educated population in each nation, why on the earth only one lady, only one woman, only one human called Vethapriya is shouting loudest and proclaiming Pope Francis is Antichrist and destroyed each and every single national operations means Department of Children Family is one of the public operations. It got destroyed in pieces. I educated you all the crime and the live mode, right? Now let's talk about the one more thing. Now tell me, if they are unemployed, they are going to ask, did you pay tax? Like that. If they are cancer, also they will ask, did you pay tax? Like that. If the small business, also they are going to ask, did you pay tax? Like that. If you are LGBTQ, they will ask, oh, did you pay tax? Like that. If you are the special needs children or Down syndrome population, oh, did you pay tax first? Like that. Now tell me, how on the earth they even provided services to the child marriage population? Can you see how I'm providing excellent governance and leadership? USA government must, blindest sign the job offer to me, right? Don't y'all think so? This is a huge error, my dear fellow mankind. Huge chunk of software logic got missed. They never even bothered to write it. Because they know if they're going to write it, the federal government of USA will shut down the Department of Children and Family. Oh, I don't know. Well, whoever is going to see this testimony, United States of American federal government is going to send the notice and seal and shut down Department of Children and Families immediately, indefinitely, for whatever crime they provided, right? Every single software line is wrong. And when I worked there, I said, it's wrong. But first time when I worked 2 times there. That's why it's God's labor I'm talking about, okay? Why God's name alone is glorified means. First time when I worked, I displayed, oh, DCF, homeless never helped. They got the shock. Then they started to look into the finance and the treasury. Then that whole billing is wrong. They never helped any homeless. And they are answerable to the federal government. When they are going to federal government, there's a knock on the doors of a DCF and ask them to provide the billing, everything will be wrong. They never helped homeless. Okay. The second time when I went, I displayed Pope Francis, the criminal. They laid me off immediately on the spot. Right? They still took my hard labor, my design solutions, everything. And then laid me off. Okay? At least they could have provided me some retirement package, isn't it? I already said, right now, the people who are working for Department of Children and Families, everybody, count by count, are prostitutes. From the higher management to the lower level, there are prostitutes. So, yeah, this particular session means for they laid me off in an injustice way. I want Department of Children and Families of State of Wisconsin to pay me $1 million. It should be tax-free. Then I already filed lawsuit in the year of 2019. So far, that is still pending. So State of Wisconsin Department of Children and Family must pay me $500 billion tax-free. Then the United States of America, the federal government, must pay me $1,500 trillion. And I want everything to be direct deposited to my bank account because I do not have any time. I cannot waste time to talk to them. Too much of emotional trauma they provided to me. And then, for whatever the education I provided, they have to pay all these to me, right? I provided and displayed the crime of DCF, wrongful operations. For displayed that government errors, USA must pay me a salary, and that salary I leave to the USA government to decide on how much salary they can provide. But whatever salary in dollars, US dollars they are going to provide, it should be only tax-free, and that must be direct deposit to my bank account. No talking here, right? That grace period of talking, sitting, everything's gone, right? And I must be the leader and guide for Department of Children and Families for all nations worldwide, right? I should get that job. When I become the Global Poverty Relief Medical Director Chief job, that is what it's all about. That means I will sit and I will provide the design solutions and I will provide the law and DCF will work for me. When they laid me off, they will have to work for the law I write, right? That is a civil justice for me. That is a civil justice for me. And this crime is so deadliest, my dear fellow mankind. Deadliest. Okay, that shooting that happened in Georgia was a small business scenario, this life scenario. Then there's the Colorado supermarket, grocery store shooting is another scenario. It's on different scale, but how the exponentially this crime is created every single day. All because of Pope Francis created the rifle, the Swiss Guard rifle, the nuclear weapons. It is he who created everything, and all this crap started in Italy. Nobody knew, right? Oh, we all love pizza. Pepperoni pizza, sausage pizza, whatnot pizza. And they also came up with the tastes like meat, but it's all vegan pizza too, like that pizza. Then the pasta is also there. Then there is a dessert called tiramisu there. Then Olive Garden is there, you know. But nobody knew. Nobody knew this deadliest crime. Right under the nose of Pope Francis only is Italy Borsa Stock Exchange. So watch and see, there's more crime for me to display, and you all keep puking right on the face of Pope Francis, okay? Let him die. Who cares? Right? He will die. He will resign. He has to resign. And I must be the Vatican leader. And you all know, 2 years or few years back, I don't know which state was it. There was one lady in the Department of Children and Families only. The gays or the lesbians or whatever, they wanted to get married, and that lady was creating a show that, sorry, it's a crime in true Christianity and you cannot be married, we cannot provide the marriage license, like that. And that became a news. Okay, you all go figure it out. I don't know the name and everything, but I know that happened. Then, why I have to tell that as a testimony here at this point of time? After she created, it was a lady, Okay, so she provided all that show as if she's a very true Christian, she's a very holy, and according to her Christian faith, the LGBTQ people are sinners, and that's why she did not provided the marriage license like that. But then patterns of abuse here. I want you all to listen to me carefully, okay? So that is why whatever is happening, it's all God's name to be glorified, my dear fellow mankind. I don't know that lady. But that lady got the curse from the God. She took the curse on herself. So after that, she provided all these things, right? Then it's my understanding she had an interview with that Pope or any of that officials. Can you see how I cracked down on the crime just like that and nailed it down? Okay, so leave that incident part. Then very recently means what? During the COVID-19 only. That means 2020. That's not very far off, isn't it? Pope Francis, yeah, you heard me right. The Pope Francis, the holy man, jumped from heaven, the Republica, the white burqa guy, yeah, that man. Always wears a cross also. You know, talk sweetest, yeah. He's signed homosexual marriage is healthiest. For after how many long years these people have to get that law? It is he who created it. Out of that Holocaust, the Germany, that 16,000 gas chambers were built out for throwing the people, and unhealthy sex was mandated to have wrongful sex with people. And people brain looking at that injustice, it'll not work. It'll create fear, and it'll make that brain to restrain from talking to the people, pushing the people to the edge, isn't it? This is what it's all about. One side, he mandated that he is the one who created the LGBTQ. For years together, people were asking for justice. He said it's a sin and a crime. Department of Children and Families provided that crime. And then, last year, 2020, he signed homosexual marriage is healthiest. He even signed abortion is healthiest too. And I forgot one more crime the Department of Children and Families provided, and that is Africans, no matter what, if they're going to step in and ask for help, Department of Children and Families will reject upfront. If they're going to hospitals, doctors will not provide any services to them. They are castaway population in the United States of America. Year is 2021. And who created that? It's Pope Francis. Pope Francis and Queen Elizabeth said to the Department of Children and Families of USA, hey, this is a very namesake organization only. Don't be too emotional like that. Yes, African Americans will step in your door and ask for finance aid. Just reject and just throw them out. Let them die of poverty. And they provided that as a law book. And Department of Children Families, they go out of that law book only. They will not even say sorry like this stuff. The moment they're going to see the colored skin, the African people, they're castaway people. Right? The discarded population in the United States of America. The Statue of Liberty says that. All African Americans must be slaves forever. Right? So they go by that amendments only. So that is why I'm proving how 27 amendments is crime is created by Pope Francis, the prostitute, absolute monarch, the Queen Elizabeth to the prostitute, right? So what would you all have done, my dear fellow mankind? What would you all have done? This session went 1 hour and 14 minutes, right? Because you should know what type of a crime I'm talking about. It is deadliest. So one side population are seeing in their eyes Las Vegas, Sin City, oh, like that. And other side, when in their neighborhoods, when they are walking past by, there is a liquor shop, right? There's a tobacco shop. There's a nightclub, strip clubs, pubs there. It's all created, funded by Department of Children and Families only. They are the boss here. But when the homeless is running to their door, they will reject. When an African American is running to that organization, they'll reject. But then only few good men started that organization. Be it black skin or white skin or whatever skin USA can ask for. It was started by few good men for good intentions. Like our hero, innocent man, late Germany, Hitler. He started Nazi for helping the poverty people, right? But then this Pope Francis, Queen Elizabeth II, they never wanted that. They want the poverty people to die in poverty. And they mandated all this kind of a crap. What would you all have done? What would you all have done? Right? It is as a civil doctor, I know how much of pain and agony when inflicted on the human brain is. It is very difficult for any civilians to handle. Right? Why humanity destroyed? There are educated population only, Department of Children and Families. Oh, no monsters there, no. But then why? Why nobody knew? Why? Now I'm going to read this civil justice which I'm signing it for myself, and it's a multitasking, right? That's the wisdom here. Holiest wisdom here I'm talking about. Because with this civil justice signed off for Department of Children and Family, it's in my book of civil law, at fault and found guilty in all counts of crimes of Vatican. Department of Children and Family cannot escape the justice. They have to be sealed and shut down indefinite, for this crime is deadliest. And I will step in, I will sign the job of her with the USA, and I only have to lead and guide Department of Children and Families. Okay? It's a lot of emotional, isn't it? It's a lot of emotional part here. Now you all got it why I'm tearing Queen Elizabeth II cell by cell in pieces, isn't it? She cannot escape the death penalty, no. Pope Francis, I kept the knife on the neck of the Pope Francis, choked him up, and he cannot escape the death penalty. He cannot. State of Wisconsin Department of Children and Families of USA must pay retirement salary package to I, Vethapriya PROSE, at least tax-free $1 million to Vethapriya PROSE and direct deposit to my bank account in next 1 second is civil justice served. So now we all got it. I have to tell the testimony one more time for your brain to understand, comprehend. It's called understanding process. CARES Act and COVID-19, these two are one and the same. It is a division in a Department of Children and Families called as the Economy Improvement Division of the population. That division says that they will lift the poverty population from poverty, and for that at least they will make sure that they'll provide the help for the civilians to be in the employment mode for at least 5 years, and with that salary they're going to earn out of that 5 years, if at all they are wise enough to save it, they can be in the finance stable mode. This is what this organization will provide, and that's only separate division for that. I know your blood must be boiling, isn't it? For whatever Dr. Fauci and Dr. Brinks did to you all, to me, everybody worldwide. How many populations were freaked out and running to the grocery to get the mask and wearing the mask, thinking that there's a virus here, virus there, virus everywhere, searching around on 360 degrees and freaked out mode, the brain and emotional torture mode, right? Are they humans? So yes, Department of Children and Families must pay me $1 million retirement package at least. So that means then they have to work with the federal state government and how they can decide how much millions or billions or trillions of dollars they can provide me. At least 1 million tax-free dollars they have to provide a retirement package. One side Associated Bank is going to pay, one side Hewlett Packard, DXC Technology is going to pay, one side all these people will going to pay me. It's a payback time, right? It's a payback time. I'm so done with all this kind of injustice bombarded on me. Now it's burning injustice time. It's our time. It's population time. Let all the nations watch what can a true love do. Right? What can a cleanest heart-heard human can do to get the civil justice rightful way, ethical human standards way. DCF must be sealed and shut down immediately. There is never a need for that filthy organization anymore. I can provide all the design solutions later. The crime is so deadliest. When Pope Francis created Swiss Guard military deadliest nuclear weapons, the Department of Children and Families cannot even operate. And they operated it anyways. Right? And this is a life proof why DCF is the purest form of prostitutes, prostituting with Pope Francis, the church prostitutes. Because they are the one who's providing the sponsorship and the fund for the DCF to even operate. And I own DCF, I own all the banks, and I own all the dollars. Everything I own. Should I have to wear a costume? Should I have to tell, hey DCF, you know you're making a bad choice by laying me off. Do you know who am I? Like that? No, right? But then the society says, only after knowing this, only then we can. That becomes a prejudiced, partiality way of talking. Then there will not be a healthy communication there, isn't it? So yes, I will read this civil justice one more time. State of Wisconsin Department of Children and Families of USA must pay retirement salary package to I. Vethapriya PROSE, at least tax-free $1 million to I. Vethapriya PROSE, and direct deposit to my bank account in next 1 second is civil justice served, as in Holy Bible guidelines only. And it is finance compensation for fatal negligent DCF, Department of Children Families of USA, United States of America. They provided finance loss damage to I. And they provided poverty mandate disability to I. And they provided finance disability mandate to I. And they provided career path destruction mandate to I. And scars on my face to be unemployed disability mandate to I. How many crimes they provided, isn't it? Right? In state of Wisconsin, Department of Children and Families of USA must pay tax-free $500 billion for provided damages to I. Vethapriya PROSE with wrongful broken DCF operations. The Department of Children and Family Services do not have any birthright to write the software code in the wrongful way. But anyways, they did it in the wrongful way. I have worked on the business logic diagrams in their complex systems. That is why I'm saying out loud in a very confident way. Everything's wrong. From first word, letter of the software line to the end of that software line in each and every single operations, the line of business products they provide. Everything is crime, everything is wrong. Must be sealed and shut down abruptly, just like that. Means USA federal government, Nancy Pelosi, must immediately provide that notification and send all the Department of Children and Families in all 50 states and ask them to seal and shut down immediately, abruptly. But then, I'm extra empath, isn't it? I'm considerate about my population. They're all my blood drops. Regardless of white skin, regardless of African, I already said. For me, it is always humans only. Right? For me, it is not that white skin, black skin, whatever. If you are a human, you are a human. If I'm a human, I'm a human. God's creation. You are holy. That's all. So, do you all know for your birthright? Please know for your birthright, my dear fellow mankind. Department of Children Operations do not have any birthright to provide a wrongful software services, and they provided the wrongful software code. So that means only when I get the civil justice, you all will get the civil justice. Got it? I sure will get the rightful medical compensation for you all. Don't worry about that end. 1 minute is only enough for me. Let me finish displaying all the crime to the USA. It's all puking time. We cannot even stop puking. The people cannot even faint and pass out. No. All I said what? No. Drink water and stay and keep on puking. The crime is so deadliest. A nation do not have birthright to provide a wrongful, injusticeful Department of Children and Families organization. There is no other crime for it, and USA must be in fact sealed and shut down now. Do you know that? If you look into my earlier sessions, I've been providing only that. USA is handcuffed mode. USA is kneel down mode. Because a nation do not have any birthright to provide a very, very wrongful, injusticeful Department of Children and Family Organization services. They provided it anyways. They're going to pay the price. USA must pay the price. So State of Wisconsin, Department of Children and Families of USA must pay tax-free $500 billion for provided damages to I, Vethapriya, PROSE with wrongful, broken DCF operations as per Vatican Code of Abuse Law mandate, and USA must pay tax-free $1,500 trillion to my bank account in next 1 second for USA provided with fatal negligence, wrongful public sectors of USA as per Vatican Code of Abuse Law. Swiss Guard, military nuclear weapon is the deadliest drug, lethal toxic drug. It's the deadliest war crime Pope Francis provided in the name of God, blaspheming God. There's no other crime for that. And Pope Francis must resign, should resign now in 1 second. And I, Vethapriya, PROSE, should be the Vatican leader now. Is civil justice served? At fault and found guilty in all counts of crime of deadliest human wild endangered species Vatican Jesuits crime of Department of Children, Families and Families Welfare of USA is, as of March 23rd, 2021, civil justice is, how DCF of USA provided welfare economy improvement process since 1935, when Antichrist Pope Francis provided deadliest Swiss Army nuclear weapons, toxic lethal drugs, and war crimes worldwide. So prostitute Antichrist Pope Francis must pay tax-free $500,000 trillion to each civilian times 7.9 plus billions of humans. And be aware, civil justice wins always, all the time. Be aware, God is always God, God's always in control, right? And I am there for you all. You're all my family. So that means count by count, you all will get the medical compensation. Trust me, blindest. Okay? Yes, my dear fellow mankind. It is only because of the God-given wisdom I was able to crack down all this deadliest crime. Don't all think. You must be thanking God for making me to work on that poverty-free earth end of the year 2030 volunteer project, isn't it? Imagine what if I never get a chance to work on that project. Got it? Why God's labor is known to God? I never knew. National leaders never knew. Software world never knew. They all worked with me side by side only. FBI, CIA, everybody was working side by side with me. Nobody knew. But they all knew, with my wisdom education, they all knew that this lady will crack down and finish the task successfully. Operation Code will be success. Nobody has to worry about anything. Everybody can relax because she is providing everybody's work as a one human. Everybody got shocked, right? I already said, I finished the job of 7.9 billions of humans worldwide. How much of energy I should have had that, right? That itself a live proof how God's Holy Spirit only operates that way. It's a supernatural power. It's a supernatural power. Right? The evil force will always be there. But then the God's power is superpower. Right? Dr. Fauci, Dr. Brinks, they're fools, right? They never thought God, why God is God. Now they will be shedding tears of shame only. Right? So yes, my dear fellow mankind, yes, after the session, your blood must be boiling, being aware there's never a plague after all. And how people were running to the grocery stores. And how they made a mockery out of the toilet tissue paper. Right? I never liked when Walmart and all this grocery store went empty. I never liked it. I don't know about my peers. But I know that scandal. I know what is COVID-19 plague, and I was only educating. I could see the COVID-19 plague means. I know all along it is Pope Francis and Queen Elizabeth II creating all this havoc for the population. And worldwide, each and every single civilian, whether they are living, whether they are died, they're all my blood drops, right? I was wearing only the sunglasses. That injustice, too much of emotions for me. Now I'm proving with all the proof, I'm talking loudest. Again, I provided a super challenge, isn't it? It should be Pope Francis, Queen Elizabeth II, Islam leaders, Dalai Lama, yoga gurus must kill me first to even work on, to even care about creating any more hurt to any of the people. I want everything to be stopped with me. For that, I have to prove all the crime to USA, get the job offer, get the finance aid, get the salary, get the free housing, get the free vehicle, and I have to want to live. If my peers loves to wear the mask forever, it's their choice, right? The national leaders, they are panic mode. They are in the hot oil mode because all the public sectors, all the private sectors wrong. The softer lines of codes is wrong. They cannot say that to the population, the public. Public will get freaked out, right? Yes. So what is the homework assignment for you all today? How Department of Children and Families of USA, United States of America, provided welfare economy improvement process since 1935 when Antichrist Pope Francis provided deadliest Swiss army, nuclear weapons, toxic lethal drugs and war crimes worldwide. You work on that correct answer, okay? And from my end, yes, I'm displaying all the crimes and Pope Francis must resign now and Pope Francis will be thrown in the volcano any moment and I, Vethapriya PROSE, the true owner of USA and all nations, must be the Vatican leader, must be the global medical poverty relief medical chief director for all nations to lead and guide DCF. DCF don't know. DCF don't know what is welfare, what is family bonding, nothing. Then I have to step in and educate. What is family, what is children, what is family bonding, what is love, everything. Right? Everything is broken everywhere. 360 degrees, Pope Francis destroyed. Don't you all think that civil justice must be served immediately according to the Holy Bible only? Yes, my dear fellow mankind. Just be happy. Celebrate Merry Christmas loudest. Sing Merry Christmas caroling. That's the reason we celebrate happy COVID-19 festival. Celebrate it. Being aware, oh, this lady Vethapriya is there. You don't even have to worry. Be aware that I'm the watchman for you all. I'm the excellent protector for you all. Right? The canine. Canine means dog. The protector, the best friend a man can have, a woman can have, right? Excellence in canine, excellence in dog service. Even the dogs will bow to me of my wisdom. That is the true wisdom here. Are you all with me here on understanding part? A double innocent women only can display animals are innocent, plants are innocent. Can you get the innocent level code? And how that Holy Bible verses says only a true love, a clean woman, clean loving hearted woman only can display the justice in a rightful way, unbiased way. Why a true woman should rule the nation? That's the reason behind it. My dear fellow mankind. I said, even if I'm going to get the excellence in canine and dog, I will just love to take it. Right? I already said that. Because there's a wisdom behind it. Yes, my dear fellow mankind, holy marriage law mandate is super heaven. True love is true love. And you all got it, why true love is always true love, right? It always stands on the crowd, out of the crowd. Always fears true God only, and always can die only for true God, no matter what. Yes. Every single operation since 1935 of Department of Children and Family Services is wrong. And for that crime, United States of America must sign off $1,500 trillion and direct deposit to my bank account. USA, United States of Federal Government, Senate, GOP, Congress, Speaker, they do not have birthright to destroy the public operations. They are fooled, isn't it? So Nancy Pelosi is a prostitute. I proved it, right? She knew that Department of Children and Family is wrong. But how on the earth she was able to provide a show with matching mask? It looked good on that. That's no deny about that. But then, how people providing only show? Right? She's not a true woman, isn't it? Yes, my dear fellow mankind, in true Christianity, it's not very rocket science, the true Christianity. It's a very, very simple way of living. Fear God, then display only clean love. They never know how to hurt fellow mankind in true Christianity. There is never rifles. I already said there's never rifles, there is never gunpowder, there's never war, there's never war crimes in true Christianity alone. Always they'll be the happiest mode only. So that is, even that also the Babylonians, the non-Christians, the non-Israelites, they will not like it because they are jealous, right? These, I already educated. The true Israelite people knows how to live the life fullest. They live fullest. Means what? To live is what? To live is to love cleanest. To be lived is to be loved cleanest. That is what true Christianity is all about. It's a way of living. Simplest way of living. Holy Bible provides only very 1% of that basic excellent behavioral science book. That's all. It provides only guidance. That's all. Nobody can teach humans to love or hate in true Christianity alone, because it's to love truly, it's created by God. That is why true love is heaven, because anything and everything created by true God is heaven indeed. That will be that peace that passes understanding, right? Always in heaven mode. That is how each civilian should be living worldwide. Civilians should never be living in the fear, right? Civilians should be never living in fear. Anyways, these foolish people are foolish always. You all got that wisdom also, right? Why wise is always suffers in the hands of the foolish people, and they back off once when the enough is enough mode, right? Yes, my dear fellow mankind. Department of Children Families must be sealed and shut down immediately, indefinitely. The crime is very deadliest because it's a zero tolerance, isn't it? So in their building, they will not have this particular Swiss Guard Army weapons building. And Pope Francis created this Vatican military to save himself. And now can you get it why those absolute monarchs are not there in any of the government operations? Because government will immediately start to ask the question, why Pope? You are a god of USA, you are a god, you also jumped from heaven, you are a perfect republic, highest conservative, you are a white skin too, you are a European also, and you are a god. Why on the earth you need even the Vatican military? Why on the earth you even need Swiss Guard? The deadliest nuclear weapons, and also to influence and mandate nations to fight and kill each other. When you are saying you are a god, this question they will ask. Then they would have only fried him in ashes immediately, right? And so that is why worldwide knew something is not right in the government operations. But they were not able to crack down the root cause. That is why all the innocent population's prayers answered, and God welcomed me to this earth. And it is God mandated me to work on that complex project. And it is a project successful. I finished design phase 1 already. Only design phase 2 and design phase 3 is there. And for that I have to get that all the authority and I have to start the job. It is for 50,000 years, rewrite Medicare project for all. Nobody's left out. And that means I even broke the world record for our forefather Noah, who built the Noah's Ark according to the God's guidance, isn't it? It's the same thing happening in our generation. God mandated me to work on that poverty-free project. It is a project, meaning I even broke that Noah's Ark ship. I created excellent largest act of random kindness ship and gathered all the population inside that ship, one by one, nation by nation, continent by continent, age by age, including plants, including animals. Everybody got protected in that ship. Got it? Can you all understand how that Noah's Ark puzzle is also got proved it? In a live demo using me as a helping tool. How Billy Graham and all the Christian, they are all fake, isn't it? They never educated the Noah's Ark puzzle in a rightful way. Even the entertainment population, they themselves, they were able to at least reach out to the population, provide it in a rightful way. Bruce Almighty and Ivan Almighty. They are all sequel movies. It's just two different actors acted in those two different movies, that's all. Right? Act of random kindness ship. And God used me those years, spring 2014 till spring 2019, that many labor, that many years and that many minutes and that many seconds and that many hours and that many weeks and that many months and that many festivals passed, isn't it? 24/7 I was working. in silence only. I cracked it. I never knew I'm going to crack more truths, which I will reveal it down the road. Hold on, just be patient. But I'm saying the live testimony, how God uses the rightful people, the rightful time. God's labor known to gods only. Nobody knew this COVID-19 crap will be created in the 2020 year by Dr. Fauci and Dr. Briggs. They created it anyways. And I will get medical compensation for that. Hold on tight. They do not have any birthright to create that kind of a crap. Dr. Fauci, Dr. Briggs do not have any birthright to create damages to the population whatsoever. They failed in the doctor's job. I will only ask USA to revoke the doctor's license from Dr. Fauci and Dr. Briggs. Because whatever crime they provided is deadliest. But for me, for the damages they provided to me, I want the United States of America to pay me $2 trillion tax free. And can you all see how whatever written in the Holy Bible, it's all happening right now so precisely, means very, very accurate, isn't it? That itself is a super miracle, my dear fellow mankind. That is why in whole entire earth, Holy Bible alone is called as the Holy Bible, means it is a live proof that the humans wrote whatever God's Holy Spirit asked them to write. Means the people will not even ask God, why God, why you're asking to write this? No, they will just write, they will say whatever God's Holy Spirit asking them to say or asking them to write. And I got goosebumps, and absolutely my peers must have got goosebumps too, right? How on the earth it is happening? How on the earth this lady cracked it out, right? Yes, my dear fellow mankind, this session went a little longer, 1 hour and 46 minutes, but I should get the civil justice, isn't it? The Department of Children and Families cannot keep on hurting population. For how long they will fool the population, and for how long they will be hurting the population? Don't you all think that needs to be stopped with the civil justice signed off with me? And it's a multitasking, right? Yes, my dear fellow mankind. In true Christianity, there is only heaven. Now tell me, if God wants to create the hell, He would have said it in the very first verse. God created earth, heavens, and hell. He never provided that. It says God created heavens and earth. Right? That is all the entire true Christianity is all about. That's why I'm also saying, non-Christians, don't worry. Take it easy. You all don't even have to bother to buy a Holy Bible or read any of the Holy Bible. That's okay. Because there's more crime I'm going to display. So you'll be, I want you all to be prevented from that. Just by reading the Holy Bible, do not get any curse. Means I'm just helping the non-Christians in a healthiest way. The first verse is all true Christianity is all about. It says everything. It talks about the true love, it talks about the clean love, it talks about the heaven, it talks about the holy marriage law mandate, it talks about fear God mode, everything in one verse. The Alpha, the Omega, the first and the beginning and the last. And how precisely the first word, the first Bible verse, and till the end of the Bible verse, everything whoever wrote, in different generations only they wrote. And how everybody only wrote about the God's love, agape, unconditional, endless love to the population. And how and why population now and governments, they never got it. I'm explaining everything in detail. So be patient, okay? So in this session is all about what? Department of Children and Families provided deadliest crime. And the crime is skyrocketing. And according to the civil justice, must be sealed and shut down only. But on the other side, there are population that needs help too. So that means I have to get the job offer immediately, and then I have to start the designing solutions and guide DCF immediately. Means I have to save all my people, isn't it? All my blood drops worldwide. And you all got it now why DCF threw acid on my face and created scar on my face. And don't all think I have to still live and let the Department of Children and Families watch me live, right? After all, they can mock at my scars only. That's all they can do. Still, I'm strongest. They are the weakest, isn't it? The abusive people are the weakest, but they think when they provide this kind of an abuse, they are the strongest. No, the abusive population are the weakest. And as a true civil doctor, I know they are all patients. I know Department of Children Families Organization is a patient, right? Their brain are disordered. They are not functioning correctly. That is why they never knew that Pope Francis, the Satan, the Antichrist, the Lucifer created Swiss Guard, military, war equipments, war crimes worldwide, all lethal drugs are deadliest crime, right? Survival mode. They kept quiet because they have been funded by Pope Francis and Queen Elizabeth too. What is true love? You keep working on that. And the whatever Department of Children Families provided for the crime, it comes under the domestic violence of breach of duty, intentional infliction of emotional distress, causation and injury, battery and types, assault and types, false imprisonment and trespass to land and trespass to chattels and types. Okay. For me, God is there. God will take care. All this chaos that's happening worldwide will also pass. But provide that hold on tight process. It is toughest, right? It's very, 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 very toughest for humans to handle that emotional pain and agony. But just hold on tight. Pray to God. Let the foolish USA government can understand the true criminal part, and let the USA government blindest way just sign the job offer to IM. I'm true owner of USA, right? I have all the proof here, which I'm going to provide one by one, but there's a long queue here. Because the program logic jumps to which now, if you are all with me? From retail tax fraud to Swiss Guard tax fraud. So now the program will be going on this checklist. This is how the program logic operates, my dear fellow mankind. Got it? And Pope Francis cannot escape the death penalty. He cannot. He's an absolute prostitute. He's the deadliest wild endangered species. He's a destroyer of everything you can name it for. And USA took all the curse just for one crime only. USA government allowed this deadliest wild endangered species, Pope Francis and the teams, to live free. And on top of it, how shameless he even entered into the church to provide sermon, right? Even if he gets fried in the volcano, I don't think God will forgive him. Got it? And he proved that why fools can always be only fools. Yes, my dear fellow mankind. Foolish disease cannot be healed. That's the saddest reality. There's a proof everywhere here, okay? So thank you all for your time. Take care, okay? And one more time I want to read this Bible verse. The Revelation chapter 20:15 says, anyone not found written in the book of life, let them be cast into the lake of fire. And yes, Pope Francis, Queen Elizabeth II, Islam leaders, Dalai Lamas, yoga gurus, Guru Nanaks, absolute monarchs, they are all not written in this Holy Bible. And they all must get out of the earth. Okay? So that's pretty much it. So there is more crime here, so hold on tight. I will be displaying one by one. This session went long because you all need to know what are the different types of crime this Department of Children and Family provided. right? And why on the earth Vethapriya, the wisest lady, filed lawsuit for $500 billion for the state of Wisconsin alone. And $1,500,000 trillion is the federal government. They have to provide me that, right? Thank you all for your time. Take care. Bye for now.